Hey, Brandon, pour me another one.
You're killing me, man. You be killing me. You're killing me, man. Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ. Man, it feels good to be back, man.
Oh man, what a time.
Feels good to be back. Wow, we back. The pod squad is back. Whiskey Wednesdays
back, man.
is back. Yeah.
We back, man. We had to
back.
take a little break.
Yeah.
Como se dice break in Spanish? How you say that? I'm gonna find out, baby.
No
We
say,
back, baby.
No say. We back.
No say. Yeah. Had to take a rotura.
Wow.
Rotura.
Yeah.
Shoot. Shout out to all the Colombian Jones. I'm dead, man.
Well, literally, usually we just jump right into it, but we're just excited to be back, man. We've been sipping whiskey for a little bit of time already now before we even kick things off.
Man, we missed y'all.
We missed the pod squad.
We missed
man.
the pod squad, man. And we got things to talk about.
We got a lot to talk about.
We got a lot to get to discuss. Shout out to Bernie Mac. Who your top three favorite comedians of all time?
Oh man, that's easy. Of all time, yeah. Okay, that's
it's always all right. Just top three favorite comedians.
That's cool. Now we can do of all time.
Are we doing like actual comedians, or like skit people?
No, they got to do stand up. If you don't have a stand up special, you are not a comedian to me. Nah, and I said it.
He said we need to be
There's a difference between an Instagram funny person and a comedian.
Don't do it to him, bloodbath.
And the people I'm about to name will definitely expose that. Ooh. So, top three for me, I would probably say Dave Chappelle. Y'all might come at me, but this is a person who definitely has made me laugh for many years now. So I'm gonna say it.
I'm nervous.
I'm gonna say it. Kevin Hart.
Oh, okay.
I know he's become Hollywood a little bit and stuff like that, but he's definitely one of my favorite comedians.
I thought you were gonna say Cedric the Entertainer.
Oh, no chance. You got to be a 50-plus-year-old woman for Cedric the Entertainer to be your favorite comedian. And that same goes with Steve Harvey.
Oh, man. He ain't full with me yet. He ain't full with me.
Come on, man.
So that was who we got? When he had the shiny suit on?
I feel like that was every special for him.
He had like a brown shiny suit.
That was every day at work at the Apollo.
Listen, he ain't full with me yet.
That was supposed to be like a gospel, like a
He didn't cuss on that one. That was a good one.
That was actually really good for him. So I got Dave Chappelle, I got Kevin Hart, and man, this is hard. But this third spot is probably it's gonna be I'm gonna go ahead and say it's a three-way split.
Three-way
split for me between Martin Lawrence,
nice,
Eddie Murphy,
nice,
and who we were just talking about?
Who, Bernie Mac?
Bernie Mac, yeah. Bernie Mac.
I like that.
And Cat Williams was close in there too, but not quite.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
I like that. My three are Bernie Mac is the funniest. For sure, he's the funniest to me, man. It was naturally funny.
Yeah.
Bernie Mac, Dave Chappelle.
Yep.
And Cat Williams.
Cat Williams, yeah, man. He's definitely in there.
Cat's up there, man.
See, I feel like Cat Williams is my Kevin Hart. It's that one person that was like hot for a while, and then they kind of like went a different direction, and people tend to forget like, nah, this person is actually really funny and was hitting home runs every single time they stepped on stage.
I guess you could say that. I mean, I don't think Cat really went. He never really went to Hollywood. It was more of.
Well, yeah, he went off though. He went left.
Yeah. He just had a lot going on. He kept getting like arrested. And he got beat up by that middle schooler,
which is insane.
Yo, you saw that video?
I did see the
video.
They're
like rolling around the grass, and then when they froze it on him
sad.
Looking at the camera,
I felt really bad for him.
Man,
that was probably one of his lowest moments in his life.
That's up there. That's one of the funniest videos I ever seen. That's up there with the joint when Joe Budden was getting trolled by the teenagers, and he was chasing their car with the white beater on.
Yeah. That's up there when Charlamagne got punched.
Oh, he got jumped by Lil Kim people. My goodness.
That's definitely up there with Sharkeisha. When Sharkeisha was taking over.
No.
Yeah. That's also up there with the girl who was graduating. She had the tall heels on and she was trying to walk, and then she tumbled in the middle of the grass. Have you seen that one?
Oh man, no, I ain't see that one.
That's also up there with the one that was on the Martyr. Getting mad at the old lady who was trying to,
Oh yeah. Soldier Girl. Yeah, Soldier Girl's a classic.
It's up there with all of those.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are classics, man. This is good stuff, man. Sharkeisha, no. Her name's Sharkeisha.
Don't hit her, Sharkeisha.
Social media is gonna be the death of us all.
Yeah, for sure.
We all just gonna be brain dead.
We were just talking about that, how you got to start doing skits and stuff like that to pop.
Yeah, tell them. Do you want to tell them the advice?
I mean, yeah, the advice that I got as a lifelong trained vocalist was to start doing skits. So I guess that's where I pretty much got a direction I got to start taking my stuff in for people to.
They said, I told you I was on Clubhouse. This dude jumped in that room with some of those A&Rs and quotations. Mm-hmm. My man played this fire record. I was like, oh my goodness, this song is so good, man. Somebody, y'all A&Rs, it's right here. He's serving you on a platter. You about to get a bonus. Sign him. Shorty came in, A&R said, wow, that song was so great. I felt that. It was so good. Are you verified?
That's crazy. Why does that matter? Because when you sign him, he will be.
As soon as you sign him, you know y'all can make the call.
Why?
You gonna be straight. That had me dead, man.
Yeah. When you have pull, when you have the labels and all, they make a quick phone call.
It's very
you say,
quick.
Put that dusty blue check next to the person. And then now you are more important to people on social media than you were 2 minutes ago.
I don't know why I can't get verified, bro. I mean, you could Google me.
Yeah,
I'm doing okay.
I mean,
But if I put some glue in my hair and it don't move,
you gotta do skits. That's what it is.
Man, I'm gonna do a little skit.
I'm grateful to be verified without having to do skits.
Good for you, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate. I mean, there's hope.
What you think, man? What should I do? What should be my skit?
I don't know, but this topic is really reminding me of one of the ones that we're gonna hit a little later on in the show.
What's up?
With the whole going viral and what JoJo was talking about, but we'll get to it. We'll get to it.
Oh, you want to hit it right now? Okay.
Nah, because we got a couple of things to talk about. We got a little tan. We got a little tan going on. We got back to the States.
We are back.
I know that y'all noticed probably on social media that we will let y'all know that we took a little break.
A little vacay.
We were fortunate enough to leave the country for just a few days and celebrate our brother Derek. He will be getting married next month, and
Derek.
Yeah, his bachelor party weekend was a good time.
And extravaganza.
We went to
Como se dice extravaganza. We're gonna name this episode Como se dice.
Yeah, Como se dice.
Como se dice extravaganza. Ooh,
yeah. So we went to Cartagena, Colombia.
See.
Man, actually, before we get into it, man, we got to go ahead and cheers to
cheers, brother.
Another successful episode of Whiskey Wednesdays. Damn, you hit that pretty hard. I think that I'm surprised these glasses didn't shatter. Kind of strong. I don't know what happened, but yeah, we went to Cartagena, Colombia, and we had a good time, man. I feel like we really took in the culture.
Yeah.
Great weather, nice people, great food.
Yeah, the culture took me in.
Yeah.
They welcomed me with open arms.
Yeah.
And just so everyone knows, that was my first trip out of the country in my life, and it was excellent. I wound up having to stay an extra day, which woohoo.
Yeah.
It was a little scary in the beginning having to stay an extra day because I wasn't planning on it and I was by myself at that time. But it was such a great trip. The weather was beautiful the entire time. I lost weight being out there because it was so hot.
Yep.
All right, walking around sweating. But I think the biggest thing for me, aside from seeing how far the American dollar stretched, like we were out there living and eating like kings. The food was delicious. It was organic. None of these preservatives that got us looking all crazy in the U.S. got us all cloudy.
Delicious.
Fresh
seafood.
Delicioso.
Fresh coffee. Fresh
Delicioso.
seafood, fresh steak.
Delicioso. But I think the biggest thing for me is just the overall culture, the mindset of the people over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They didn't feel as like arrogant as Americans felt. They just trying to survive, and not only trying to survive, they're enjoying life. They enjoy the simplicity of everything. Like they don't. Well, at least just in Cartagena, they didn't have their heads up their butts like Americans do.
That's
they
right.
weren't. Their hustle and bustle is different than our hustle and bustle. It's not hustle and bustle because I want to be the man. It's hustle and bustle because I just want to live comfortably and enjoy these things. That's what I got from talking to the people out there.
Yeah.
My Spanish is okay. It's gotten better. I did pretty well out there, but now I'm making it a thing that I want to learn Spanish. So next time I go to Colombia, next place I want to go is Medellin. Mm-hmm. And then maybe Bogota, but I want my Spanish to be pretty good by the time I get back.
Yeah, it definitely comes in handy. Yeah. I'm nobody's Spanish fluent speaker, but you know, it was nice to be able again to take in the culture. For people to be, you know, cool with, you know, us making attempts to even speak Spanish to them and
help us.
Yeah, and help us and like not be judgmental. I think a lot of times too, like in spaces like that, just the environment has an impact on you. Yeah. Like you walk outside, weather's beautiful, got a beautiful beach right down the street. You have fresh food, you got people. It's just live. Like it's just a live environment, and it's just a really difficult place for you to live and just kind of not be easygoing, laid back, and just a good person to be around. So yeah, man, I'm really glad that we were able to go out there and just kind of take a break.
That was a highlight. Going to the beach, La Playa.
Yeah, the beach was cool. Yeah. Y'all know I don't really do the water. I'm from Virginia Beach, which is crazy enough. I don't really do the water situation too much, but you know, I went ahead and, you know, dipped a little bit in the water. And,
same.
It was a good time. Like it was a good time.
I had to do the same. I didn't think I would, but I did get in the water and I went out. Let the water come up. I had a couple guides, and they took good care of me in the water. So it was like,
and we got flicked up.
You gotta get flicked up.
Got flicked up while you're out there.
Definitely got flicked up out there.
I haven't even really unloaded on y'all on social media yet. I got a whole arson full.
Photo with an F. Photo. That's how they say it in Spanish,
photo.
Right? Photo. I got a couple of them photos. Y'all been showing love on the pictures. I appreciate that, man. Just make sure y'all put that same love in when I drop some records.
Exactly.
You know I got some movies coming too. But yeah, that's neither here nor there. Colombia was amazing. That's neither allí or aquí. Like, listen, I had a ball there, man. I'm going back. South America is it, man.
Yeah, man. I think that my favorite place is still Mexico.
Okay.
Mexico was the first time where I vacationed and really just stopped life and relaxed. That's where Perla and I went on our honeymoon. But Colombia was a good time. I feel like
very much so.
If you want to go somewhere and get festive, and it's a good guys trip location for sure. We had a good group of guys too.
Yeah,
everybody was chill, easy going.
And shout out to Julio El Jefe.
Yeah, Julio definitely.
He took care of. He was our guide while we were there. Julio. If anyone, and we're definitely going to plug Julio's business. If you're looking to go to Colombia, go to Cartagena, and you want someone to show you around, help you get into the restaurants, help you get into the clubs, help you just make sure you're well taken care of while you're there. Our guy Julio, aka we call him El Jefe. He took care of us while we were there, and that's actually his business of guiding people around when they come to visit and making sure you're well taken care of. So if you want to reach out to Julio, let me know. I will give you his information. Maybe I'll put it up in the Instagram when we post this episode.
Julio's a good guy, man.
Julio's a great guy. We got to meet his whole family.
His wife made us a corn entree. I don't know. I'm not sure. Dish.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, it was good stuff. Like, was the security guard that kept falling asleep was that Richard?
Yeah, Richard, my man.
Sleepy Brown. Richard I don't know why he was always so sleepy.
Yeah, I don't know. But to put it in context, so the spot that we stayed at, we had a pool in the living room. We had a jacuzzi on the roof, 10 bedrooms, 11 bath. And it was just it came with security at night and a maid during the day. So we were well taken care of out there. But like I said, shout out to Julio. Julio will take care of you, so just slide him some business when you go to Cartagena.
For sure.
Yeah. And I actually got to go to a local spot on my last night. The night I didn't know I was staying, but American Airlines told me. They said, yeah, your flight's overbooked, so you're going to stay an extra day.
But they took care of you, though.
They took care of me. They took me to a hotel. They paid for it. They paid for my dinner and my breakfast.
There it is. Did you have a meal in the morning? Did you eat that breakfast that they were going to give you? Was it?
I actually didn't make the meal for breakfast because I was actually ordering my omelet. I was up there ordering my omelet, and I was ordering it in Spanish, so getting the ingredients out. The ingredients. Como se dice ingredients? But my ride came early to come get me.
Okay.
To take me back to the airport, so I didn't get to do that. But that's neither here nor there. We wound up on a really local strip. Me and my brother Delonte, aka Tito Seve, young Poppy Tito. We wound up in the local area where the locals hang out, no tourists really, and we got to go to like a little like salsa club. Salsa, not really bachata because I think that's a Puerto Rican thing, but we did a little bit of it there. And it was live music. The drinks were great. It's just a different feel, man. And I came back to the U.S. and I was like, send me back.
Yeah.
U.S. clubs stank. In comparison to Colombia, send me back.
I would say that the place that we went to the second night was the closest to like a U.S. spot.
Yeah.
We were on the rooftop and
it's very structured to be that. It
Yeah.
felt like Clarendon.
yeah, I feel like they were trying. Yeah, like you just said, I think that they were trying to structure it to feel American for tourists.
Yeah.
But I had a good time.
What a time.
Yeah, I had a good time. And for me, so I'm an avid coffee drinker. I love trying different coffees, and Colombia probably has some of the best coffee I've ever tasted.
Wow.
So that's saying a lot, and I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
You know. So and then the food.
The food was so good.
It was
man.
so good. Like so
everywhere.
So when we would sit down, we would go to these spots, order our drinks and stuff like that, and then literally, all of us would kind of start picking stuff off the menu, load up the table, full of food. We're brothers. We're sharing food, eating good, laughing.
Taste this.
Yeah, man, it was a good time. I think one of the nights we had the game on while we were chilling and eating. And
but that's also back to Julio. Julio
sets it up.
He would set us up. So we go to the restaurants, and as soon as we get there, we're 10 deep, and Julio has it set up for we're going straight to a back room. They have a room reserved for us. Yeah. So we had the private room with the TVs in it, the long table. Yep. They're bringing out the wine and the buckets. They're bringing out the appetizers. It
was a good time.
Send me back.
It was.
Take me
it was
back.
Kind of unreal.
Man.
It was like a movie.
Yeah, it was a great time, man, and I loved it. Life-changing experience.
Yeah.
But it's all for brother Derek. Derek.
Yeah, man, we're excited for Derek.
Yeah, man.
Also, I was gonna say I felt safe traveling. During the pandemic, that was my first time leaving the country during the pandemic.
That's a good point.
I'll say everybody's masked up. The people on the planes were not playing around. I heard one of the flight attendants tell someone, "We will definitely kick you off the plane."
Yeah,
just like that verbatim. We will kick you off the plane if you don't wear your mask.
We took our tests.
Took our tests before we left. I quarantined from my family for a few days while I got back. CDC protocol, then took another COVID test. So all of that was definitely a part of it, and I felt safe. So that also made it more comfortable to have a good time. Because if you're out and about and worried about stuff like that, you can't really loosen up and have a good time. So.
Yeah. And we had a mixture of people vaccinated and unvaccinated, but I think what tends to scare people is back to like that social media, like we said.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like you see on social media the stories of people like tripping on flights and taking their mask off and acting crazy. But those you got to understand, those things are one-off situations, and that's why they're being taped for social media. Most flights are fine. You know what I mean? Buses and stuff are fine. But just make sure you take care of yourself. Make sure you continue to test yourself whether you're vaccinated or not. Yep. Make sure you still wear your mask where you need to wear it. And make sure you take your vitamins. Take vitamin C. Take full, the men, women daily vitamins. Get everything you need in your body. You should be doing that regardless of COVID or not. And make sure you go to the doctor and get your physicals. Right? I'm about to go get a physical on Wednesday. Make sure you go to the dentist. I just went to the dentist earlier this week.
Wow.
Yeah, man, I'm trying to be better with that. I've noticed in the black community, like we don't really put as much emphasis on health, so I'm trying to work on that myself.
Yeah,
that's real. So we really out here.
Yeah, man. That's really all I got for Colombia.
They was calling me El Rey.
El Rey
out there. I was like, yeah, sí, entiendo.
Did we miss anything? I mean,
nah, Colombia was great, man.
Yeah.
I'll be back very soon.
Yeah.
Meet me in Medellin. Allí.
Yeah, I think that's where they were saying we should go next.
Yeah.
Medellin, different vibe. You know what I mean? So.
And I made some friends there, and they said they live there, so we can definitely connect with them when we get there. Cool. Great guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, cool. I'm ready to jump in.
Is it time? Are we on the air?
Yeah, man.
Como se dice, are we on the air? I'm gonna look that up. I'm gonna get back to y'all, man.
So, we were about to segue into it, but I didn't want to, I pumped the brakes a little bit, but.
Well, you got to get to the most important topic first of all. We're gonna come out the gate shooting because we just came back. Go back down. It's in yellow. The most important topic.
Oh, for sure.
We got to get right to it.
Man. Okay, so there was a question here on Instagram where we get most of our where we cite this is most of our sources are cited on Instagram.
I'm sorry, not where we get at, where we have our team of researchers.
For sure.
Because we have a big conglomerate here. We have a big business. We have a lot of people we hire to work, and they're doing great work here.
Right.
So we had our social media researchers they find our topics. They search the news. They search all over the world.
Yeah.
You know, they're constantly working. It's crazy.
Yeah.
You know, we pay them big bucks for that. What topic did they come up with?
And what they stumbled across was does Trey Songz voice sound like a dude version of Cher? That's what they stumbled across. So, does Trey Songz voice sound like a dude version of Cher? Cher is the one who had the popular song. It sounded a little bit like this. Do you believe in love after love? Cher and Sonny, they have had a very successful career. And the question is asking if Trey Songz
And Trey Songz said,
sounds like a male version.
and he said, what they said? Sing it again.
Do you believe in love after love?
And Trey followed up. He said, "Girl, I can't help but wait till you get." What you remember that video? It was like when TikTok first came out, and the girl was talking about how Trey Songz sings and how he makes those facial expressions like that. Everything hurt. Everything is like constipation.
And he's not.
He said, "About to walk outside." No, wait. Scratch that one. Do you remember the one dude that was singing like Trey Songz? Your side of the bear.
Was it Phil something?
Man, that was a classic. Your side, my side, east side of the bear.
When he said east side?
He said, my side real dry. Red beans and rye.
Yeah, and rye. Yeah.
On the bear. I absolutely 1000% agree. And if we got a record with Cher and Trey Songz, straight to the top.
Yeah.
It would open Trey up to a different audience and open her up to a different audience.
I actually never thought about it that way, but for sure, yeah.
Wow. Trey Songz, Cher versus?
No chance. But I think that it could be definitely a good collab. I think that a lot of times we probably get a little mixed up trying to figure out who's who. But this is actually no shot at Trey.
It's just the fast vibrato
Yeah.
that makes it funny. You know, the vibrato is that wobbling. It was right.
Order.
On the bear.
Yeah, order.
So there's that, and you know who also has a really fast vibrato? Don Toliver.
Yeah, I hear that.
And I pull up after party. You and all your friends, let it know that you're naughty.
I think that Trey actually kind of forces it a little bit. I think he found that sound, and he knows that it's unique, and
That's his thing.
And I think that he's like, I'm gonna get a little bit more into it, like.
But you know where that comes from? Like the speed of your vibrato is based on the amount of air that you put into it when you're singing. I know you know that. Yeah. If y'all didn't know that, Pod Squad, you know some people their vibrato and that vibration in their voice is more even. You know, it's a little more a more casual pace. People who have it when it's faster, they're probably running out of air. Their breath is really shallow. That's where that comes from. But some people they mastered it, and that's their style. So do you believe in love?
I know for me when I was learning how to kind of first singing, my vibrato was really fast, and sometimes it kind of starts to come back. And you reminded me of that. You know what I mean? Voice, like the breath preparation, making sure you are, again, prepping well. And I know for me, I had to learn how to slow down my vibrato. So your vibrato should really definitely be natural. It's supposed to be like a relaxation. So you'll hear certain musicians use vibrato as well. Like a good example of that would be like a violinist. Or a guitarist where they add that vibration to kind of let things relax and go at the end of a phrase or throughout a phrase as well. And if it's a little
players,
right, and if it's a little fast, sometimes it can kind of sound
it's like you're running out of breath. Because what it does for you as a singer, aside from it sounding very natural and it sounding very smooth for the audience and giving you that really beautiful tone, what it does for you is it actually kind of staggers how much breath you have left. Right, so that you can go a little longer with your note if you're holding it for a really long time. Traditionally, like if you listen to show tunes or musical theater, they'll have a lot of moments where they'll do long notes, like they belt really high, strong notes with no vibrato. That's just stylistically what they do there. But so we So we say all that to say they are 100% correct.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and it's no shot.
Can't help but wait.
I wouldn't want anyone to say I sound like Cher, but it's definitely no shot at Trey.
Go girl, it's your birthday.
Yeah, that was good. He wasn't really, even on the say he wasn't trembling.
Yeah,
he wasn't doing say He didn't do that. He said say which lets me know that it's definitely on purpose.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What are y'all?
Yeah.
Go home and fill out there.
I said, when a tuna salad, yeah. All right, cool. So we got that out of the way. So what I wanted to talk about, so on Twitter,
Oh man,
a little space called Twitter.
it's gonna be the death of me.
JoJo, great singer.
Shout out to JoJo.
Shout out to JoJo. Great artist. She deserves a lot more than what she's had.
Heard.
Do you think find a way to make your music go viral on TikTok is a fair, creative, effective, efficient marketing strategy proposal from a record label asking for a friend? So it sounds like a record label told her
Yep.
that she needs to find a way to make your music go viral on TikTok, which
Yeah.
is, I'm sure, really frustrating for an artist, especially an artist like JoJo, who's been around for a long time and who actually really sings.
She's so talented.
Very talented.
And she's been successful, very successful recently.
And she stayed true. She stayed true to her stuff.
Yeah.
So Tinashe responded and said, any proposed strategy that relies on you making anything go viral is literally lazy. So, how you feel about that?
I agree 1,000%. We've had these discussions in off mic.
Yeah, for sure.
About that and a lot of the songs that go viral on TikTok aren't even really songs. Like they're not even. You know what's funny? What I've noticed. This is why we need to make a new platform for social media, because what these platforms do is once they see other people making money on the platform, but they're not getting the percentage of the money that you're making, they start messing around with the algorithms. They start messing around with how you can, like when TikTok really started getting popping, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When it really started to move and all these artists started breaking artists, right? Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden TikTok is like, oh, you can't use this song anymore. You can use it's not licensed for commercial use.
Course, yeah.
All of a sudden everything is not licensed for commercial use, and then they're giving you generic songs or songs that they recommend to use. Yeah. I've noticed that, and I mean, if you're with some sort of like a music like an agency of some sort, you can bypass that. Like I'm with a website for anyone out there, any artist. There's something called Music Reports. I actually go on there and I claim on my music, and then it pulls up different licensing opportunities for me. And TikTok was one of them. So my music should be officially licensed on TikTok now. But it's just the fact that they created that loophole. It's always about money. You know what I mean? It's always about how can I get the most money out of it. If you're making money, then how can I make money from you? So like a lot of these songs that go viral aren't even really good songs. People just know little 10, 15 second clips of it, and then you go find the actual song on social media and it's not good. Yeah. And it sucks, you know what I mean? And a lot of people are going out of their way to make viral music, and everybody's not good at it. I think any song could be that. You can take a clip from any song. Just find a couple of lyrics and then pay some influencer to do a little dance or something to it, and it moves. And then with TikTok pushing it, you can blow up like that. But it's just unfortunate that I just feel like music is losing steam right now, and I think a change is coming soon. I think it's gonna shift. Yeah, I think it's gonna shift very soon, and I want to be right at the front when it happens. Towards more talented artists and people who are truly artists, and they're not, just gimmicky people who they're just popular because they do weird stuff on social media. No industry plans, no more of that. We don't want any more of that. You know what I mean? Like people want to actually hear music, and it just sucks that labels, and you got people who work at labels who either don't know anything about music, or they're artists who didn't get the success they wanted as an artist, so now they're working in the front office and they're buying into the analytics too much to the point where they're trying to force you to. I'm not doing no comedy sketches, man. You know what I mean? I'm not doing no like fake little movies. We make real movies over here. Shout out to my brothers at Initial Effect. We make actual films. We're not out here trying to get quick success. We want to make timeless things, and I know you feel the same way about your music. So it's unfortunate that that's the position that they try to take with music, and I agree with both of them. Like, specifically Tinashe. She's incredibly talented, and I hope she has another hit very soon.
Both of them are very talented artists, so it was kind of fitting for them to say this. And another talented artist who kind of touched on this was Adele. She recently was saying, I'm not, like, I'm making music for my generation, and my generation wants timeless, good, creative music that has, what's what I'm looking for?
It has
substance.
Substance. It has depth. It has meaning.
So I think that, and not to take a shot, because I have definitely, seen TikTok kind of dip into songs that are older and they'll use that on TikTok as well. But like you said, you get like a quick 15 seconds of a song. You're like, oh, this is cool. Like, and then you kind of actually listen to the song, and then it's not. But
we can't be fooled and act like these big, because there's really only like 3 or 4 major labels in the U.S. and you can't pretend that they're not tied in to TikTok. There's a partnership going on now. So these songs that are going viral, they're going viral intentionally now because TikTok's switching up the algorithm. They're in the back having these conversations and making these deals. So they're pushing the songs that they want to push. And then when you hear like an older song and they have a remix and stuff like that to it, they probably want to build up that catalog for that artist and do things like that. It's just unfortunate. I feel like as soon as independent artists find another way to get successful on their own, big corporations find a way to shut that down. Because they want you to sign to them, they want you, and it's unfortunate that's the way it is. But continue to be innovative, continue to be creative, and remember there are new things happening every day, new social media apps, new programs, new ways for you to meet your fans directly. So you don't have to feel like you have to follow the same template as anyone else. We just talked about Ryan Leslie recently, how he sold maybe like 20,000 copies or something nuts like that. I don't even think it was that much. It might have been 17,000 copies, and he made $2 million off that joint. You know what I mean? And he is a pioneer for direct to his audience. You know what I mean? So you don't always have to play their game. You got artists like Tech Nine. If you don't know about Tech Nine, look him up. Tech Nine has been out here for years, and he's probably the most prolific independent artist that I've ever seen as far as longevity is concerned.
And great phone case. It's a great phone case.
That is Tech 21. That I'm actually dead. Yeah, great phone cases, great gowns, gowns. What did Aretha say? They said, what do you think of Taylor Swift? How you feel about Taylor Swift? Nice gowns.
Nice gowns.
She has nice gowns. Como se dice nice gowns?
So yeah, I definitely agree. The microwavable movement that has kind of happened with the new generation gets a little sticky for artists. And I think Adele is around our age. So, and I'm not sure how old JoJo and Tinashe are, but I'm kind of willing to say we're all around the same age. So we have lived in both genres where we saw the hustle and bustle and real substance and real singing of the 90s and early 2000s, and then we saw the transition into kind of this new age way of creating music. And that's not to say that some of the artists who are out now are not making good music, but I'm saying that it's not as good in my opinion. And
the people who are really trying to make music, like meaningful stuff, it's not being highlighted, it's not being celebrated. Like the quick little things, like the little industry plants they got. I could spot an industry plant a mile away now on social media. All of a sudden somebody pops up with crazy hair and colorful tattoos, and they're doing skits, and then they're doing these little freestyles, and all of a sudden, they're signed to Atlantic, or they're signed somewhere like that, and they got this record that's quote unquote going viral. The game is the game.
The game is the game.
And it's really just about you finding your audience, your core audience, and being successful with that and moving forward, because you can live this successful life without being in the public eye all the time. And
that's why it's cool to see certain artists who are successful and they've stayed true to themselves, like a Tinashe, like JoJo, like Adele,
like Currency, like Tech Nine.
There's a lot of artists who have been able to do that. So it is definitely possible. I know the two of us are definitely kind of sticking to our guns. And kind of getting advice like do a skit, like that's cool and all, but I think this is going to kind of give you 15 seconds of fame. And then what? And I think that's kind of what's happening with a lot of the new artists that are shooting for those streams and followers from TikTok, social media. They're cool for a little bit, and they make a quick bag, but then what?
All I can say is that if you get it, if that success comes for one song, once you see that thing start moving, you need to get right back in the lab right away. And that money that you get from that song moving, you need to pay somebody to help you write a better record, another hit. If you can't do it yourself,
be careful though. Be careful with making the decision to be microwavable, because what happens is people expect that from you, and then when you give them something real, something that you actually care about and put effort into, they don't want to hear it.
They don't want to hear that because that's not what you gave them to start with.
So another artist that I wanted to mention was J. Cole. Doesn't care, not trying to be trendy or nothing like that.
Nope.
Making good music and has found great success doing it. So
he's one of the greatest.
It
is what it is.
So.
About to walk outside.
Shout out to Cher, and all of her great music that she put out.
She's one of the greatest.
Next, we're gonna lighten the mood a little bit.
We get so serious.
We do, and it's okay because we're passionate.
I'm passionate about it. I'm serious about mine.
Serious about it. So on another great source here, Instagram. There was a list that was put out. The top 10 female singers of all time.
This list is nuts.
Yeah.
So this list came from, where is it? From Barstool, right?
Yeah.
Barstool made this list, so do with that what you will.
Shout out to Barstool.
Shout out to Barstool.
Yeah.
Shout out to Barstool. Como se dice shout out.
Shout out to Barstool.
Go ahead and run down that list, bro.
All right, so
who's the greatest?
According to Barstool, the top 10 female singers of all time.
The history of mankind.
Are at number 1, Mariah Carey. Number 2, Whitney Houston.
They already messed up.
Number 3, JoJo. Number 4, Lady Gaga. Number 5, Aretha Franklin. After Lady Gaga.
They said after JoJo and Lady Gaga, Aretha.
And then following Aretha came number 6, Beyonce. And then following the Beyonce, Knowles Carter, is number 7, Ashley Simpson. And then following Ashley Simpson comes at number 8, Tina Turner.
They said Ashley Simpson is a better singer than Tina Turner.
Yeah, and then they went ahead and number 9 said Adele, and then they just went ahead and finished things off at number 10, Addison Rae.
Who is that?
It doesn't matter.
Who is that?
It doesn't matter because this list is insane.
Addison Rae. I know she was doing like TikTok dances, and I remember there was some black girls who went viral for a TikTok dance. And Allison.
Sure.
Addison.
Is it Chelsea Carter or Chelsea Clinton?
It's hey,
Chelsea?
And I know
Okay.
Addison was but she wasn't the one who made it go viral, but she was the one who wound up on one of them late night talk shows.
Of course
doing
she
the
did.
Dance.
She was doing their dance.
Doing their dance
that's
on there,
nasty.
and I saw on Twitter they put it side by side.
That's nasty.
And you know the young women of color were doing it with such vigor and great soul. I don't think I've ever heard an Addison Rae record.
I'm looking here.
What's the top one? I don't even see no records on that list.
I want to see her top song.
Time out, bro. But you know, she want to see her top songs because I only see one top song. What song is that?
Obsessed.
Pod Squad? If y'all know that song, 'cause we not trying to bash Shorty because clearly she has the backing.
Yeah.
She made the top 10 list of all time, bro.
She has one. Wait.
Wait. No.
Wait, I got more music than her. Hold on. Wait.
No. That gotta be in your drink.
It's crazy. Hold on.
No. She can't only have that one record. Nah, let me pull it up on my phone too. Brandon is looking right now, but he's only seeing one song for real. I'm gonna pull it up on my phone
because
too.
it says under singles and EPs 2021, Addison Rae Obsessed. Did they like pull her music off or something like that? And the label was trying to like.
I'm trying to type in Addison and I'm getting Adina Howard.
Wait, did the label like revamp her or something like that?
Bro, hold on. We gotta find some music because they said she's the greatest, so we have to find her records.
Pretend she made the top 10 list.
She has 2 music videos up here.
After Adele, hold on.
2 music videos. I only see one song, and that's a music video.
What's happening right now?
What is happening?
I don't know.
We might need to listen to this record. We're gonna circle back.
And what is Sandlot Records? Wait, what's going on?
You said who? Save a Lot Records?
Sandlot.
Save a Lot Records?
Save a Lot Records, also known as Sandlot Records.
Gee, what the little boy say? Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ. And it's a 2-minute song. This song was for TikTok. So a TikTok artist.
Look how it went full circle.
A TikTok artist with one song.
Do you believe? They need to put Cher on that list.
They put Cher on it.
Hey, look, how much you think they paid for this list? Every artist on that list paid for it except for Whitney, Aretha,
The people that belong on there.
Mariah,
except for the people that belong on there.
and Beyonce.
And JoJo don't belong on this list, but she didn't pay for it either.
And I think her label paid for that. I think JoJo knows she don't belong top 3 above Beyonce and Aretha.
No, she knows.
Tina Turner.
No, she knows that she doesn't. JoJo is definitely on someone's top 10 for sure. And rightfully so, but she's not on the top 10 female singers of all time.
JoJo, first of all, I love you, all right?
I love you, queen.
Como se dice, I love you. Te amo, JoJo, all right? But JoJo know.
She know. Yeah,
she know.
She know. And the thing is, she sings. So
Barstool is tweaking.
That says a lot for JoJo to be singing like that. We're like, she's not necessarily even on the top 10, and she sings.
But she knows.
Yeah.
I know I'm not top 10 all the time.
No, I mean
top 10.
That's okay.
Top DS.
Quick question: JoJo or Jessie J? And I don't want to hear nothing else. I just want you to go ahead and say the name. JoJo or Jessie J? Right now, right here, right now.
Why we gotta do that?
Right here, right now.
I don't know.
JoJo or Jessie J?
Jessie.
Okay.
What you think?
I don't know. I'm not gonna answer it. All right,
next topic, guys. Don't put me out there like that. They be like, oh yeah, I don't know. I don't know,
Next
brother.
topic. Next topic.
That's crazy.
I mean, because they be trying to load up JoJo versus Tori, and that's tough. Tori, JoJo,
They have
Jessie
similar.
J.
They have similar timbre.
They do.
Similar tone.
That would be a crazy. If they went and just kind of went, I went head to head. That'd be crazy.
Just sing a little duet. Give me the nah, never mind, because that was Whitney.
Who has
and
the best
Brandy.
records though out of all three of them? I think Tori.
Jessie J.
Jessie J does have good records.
Jessie J out of Jessie J, JoJo, and Tori Kelly.
Yeah.
Jessie J.
Yeah, she has a good list.
Let me let you know when
That's
Bang
tough,
Bang
though.
came out.
Bang Bang was a hit. But
That's one of the greatest. It's not one of the greatest, but
it's a hit. But
no, it's one of the greatest all women collaborations of all time.
Tori has hits too, and she be singing.
Which ones?
What you mean?
What hits?
Nobody Love is a hit.
You think that's a hit? How you think? Check it. See how that joint went on
Let me
Billboard.
see. Hold on. Let me see. First of all, let me go. This wasn't even on the list.
My favorite Tori Kelly. This is not a topic. My favorite Tori Kelly record is Paper Hearts.
But yeah, that wasn't even like that was an album cut. That
And
wasn't
it
even like
no. It became a single. She shot a video for it.
she did, but it was a hit. I love that song, but
So
we're talking
great.
about hits.
So but we're not talking about hits because we're talking about
Should have been us.
records. That's not a hit, bro.
That's a hit.
Tori don't have no hits for real. She did one of them joints that was like a movie record. That
I
was
didn't
a
say
hit.
none of this. You about to have everybody mad because people love Tori Kelly.
Tori Kelly is an amazing vocalist.
Hallelujah
She has
from Sing.
that's a hit.
Her first of all, that whole movement with the movie, and they got a Sing 2 coming out. She's getting paid.
You gotta get paid. Shout out to Young Dolph. Rest in peace.
Yes.
I was about to but I'm not going.
Nah.
I heard you.
She got. Yeah, you might be right. Sorry, Tori.
I've told you off mic how I feel about Tori Kelly. I think she doesn't want to play that game that everybody else has to play and make certain type of records.
What we're talking about right now.
And I think that keeps her from making big records. It is Jessie J.
Jessie J got hits.
Bang Bang #1, ain't it?
Bang Bang #1.
Bang Bang.
Price Tag. Oh dang, Domino. Who you are? Flashlight. Yeah. I mean, Jessie J probably has she has at least 4 hits.
Yeah.
At least 4 hits.
Yeah.
It might be more, but that I know of 4 hits.
Jessie J. Yeah.
And she sings.
And she also has a different audience. She's from the UK, right?
Yeah. It was frustrating, the whole thing with her and Nicki Minaj and how that kind of was blown up proportions.
I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, I guess apparently like Jessie J was mocking Nicki Minaj and she didn't like it too much, so she kind of was just like,
The Barbs don't
not-
play, man.
that's not cool.
The
And
Barbs
of
and
course
what's
the
in the
Barbs-
Beehive, they don't play,
And
man.
Jessie J was like, chill, I wasn't even really, I was just playing around. Like she's like, I respect you, and then Nicki wasn't for it.
Yeah.
Wow. So yeah, shout out to Addison Rae, shout out to Lady Gaga, and shout out to
First of all, shout out to Lady. I love Lady Gaga. Lady
love
Gaga
her.
is an amazing vocalist. She's an amazing overall artist. I saw Lady Gaga live
Great
in concert
actress.
at the Capital One Arena. Me and my brother Derek, back to Derek.
yeah, I'm sure it was a good concert.
Man, it was so great. Her setup was crazy. She had 3 stages, one on like either side, and then she had one in the middle. But they were all separate, so you actually had to. They would pull a bridge down from the ceiling.
Wow.
Bridges down from the ceilings for her and her dancers to go from stage to stage. She sang. She got on the piano. She gave "You're Giving Me a Million Reasons to Let It Know." She gave us that. She ended the show with "Bad Romance," which is her greatest song ever, with the choreography, with the costume change, the quick change. It was so good, man. It was one of the best concerts I've been to. Capital One Arena actually hosts a lot of very good concerts. I've seen Lady Gaga there. I've seen Stevie Wonder there. You know, that's my friend. And you've actually sang there twice.
Yeah, I just sang there last night. It was a good time.
Last night?
Yeah.
That boy verified. Tell us what you did there, friend.
Yeah, no. So I got to sing the national anthem at Wizards Heat game. Miami Heat, my favorite team. So it was a really cool experience to be able to be down there. It was kind of crazy like being that close to some of my favorite players. And, I love how I sound.
Which one, Udonis?
In the Capital Arena.
Udonis Haslam?
Absolutely no, it's not, and it don't move. Udonis is still there. He still looks strong. Beard getting a little gray, but no, he's not. I would definitely say I was a little starstruck. I'll be honest.
That's crazy because I feel like they should have been starstruck with you.
You know
bro.
what? I agree with that.
Yeah,
I agree. But nah, Jimmy Butler. For sure. Bam Adebayo, Kyle Lowry, Tyler Hero. Duncan Robinson, just
the squad. That's the squad, bro.
Man, like it just.
So where we going?
Because
Because I'm a Lakers fan. Are we going to LA or are we going to go to Miami for
we
this
should.
game?
I don't care which one. I'm cool with either one.
Let me know which one.
Yeah, I'm cool with either one.
I'm preferably top of 2022.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, so we'll look at that. We're gonna slide down there, and
Yeah.
if we happen to, who knows? Maybe we might try to shoot an episode wherever we go.
That'd be cool.
Yeah,
It could have happened in Colombia, but
it couldn't have.
yeah,
We had a heavy itinerary in
You're
Colombia.
right, and we didn't go there for that.
Yeah,
We let y'all know we were taking a break.
We probably could have, and it could have been kind of cool with the guys in the back, kind of like an audience,
Yeah.
clap it up, drink champ style. But we had a great time while we was out there. Time out. Barstool. we gotta go back.
Back to it.
Barstool. You know who they didn't put on that list? Celine Dion.
But this is not a real list.
It can't.
Celine Dion would
This
be a real
list
list.
was literally to troll us.
Yeah, I don't
They
know
put
what
Addison Rae on and she got one record.
Who is?
Who is she?
I don't know, but obviously people know her.
That's crazy. They didn't put Celine on there, and Celine top 3 all time.
Yeah,
and
for
I'd
sure.
die on that hill.
Yeah, I mean, there's no question.
This
is not a real list.
It can't be.
I don't know what this is about.
Absolutely no, it's not. Como se dice? Absolutely no, it's
But
not.
a couple of them are right. Mariah.
Yeah, they
Whitney,
did that. They said we're not going.
Yeah, a couple of these are.
They
right.
wanted to make it appear as if it wasn't trolling.
Well, they should have started out a little stronger. At least the top 5 should have been real. At least.
Nah, because then it would have been too official. They sprinkled in a couple real ones.
You're right.
They threw Mariah Carey in there first. We all know Whitney is the greatest of all time.
And the crazy thing is, Addison Rae made this list. She made it.
Bro, there are so many other people they could have threw up there.
She made it. She made this list. So that's why she put herself
That's
on
crazy.
it.
That's crazy.
And the thing is, I'll put
She worked there?
Yes, she
That's
works
crazy.
there. Yeah. She worked there part-time. And I'll put myself on this list too.
I'm not putting myself on that list. I'm not putting myself on the list.
I mean, they got us talking about it.
That's crazy. What else we got, man?
So check this out. So Taylor Swift recorded her 2012 album Red and reshaped the music industry in the process. And then we also have, along with that, with Ashanti, this is kind of a new thing that's kind of surfacing. The thinking behind re-recording albums is showing the business side of ownership, how important it is for artists to own. It makes sense because sonically, music has changed a little bit. So this will sound better, clearer, more 2022 instead of 2002. It's about growing and evolving in this business. And that was a quote by Ashanti.
Okay. So for those who don't understand what's happening, this all started to happen when Scooter Braun, who was like a industry mogul in music and in other ventures, he I know he has ties with, I think he used to manage Justin Bieber and different people like that. He's a big deal. So in his career, he's acquired a good amount of money, and he's acquired enough to buy Taylor Swift's masters from her label, which means that he owns her music. Like her whole catalog, he bought that joint and he sells it, and he does.
He's not her manager.
He's not her manager, and honestly, that's something that if you got money and you plugged in, almost anybody can do it. There are even apps out there where you can, I forget what the app is called. There's an app out there where you can sell your music and sell portions of ownership of your music to your fans, and so that anytime your royalties come out, your fans get a piece of that. But what it does is you get money up front from your fans, so they're buying ownership from you. That's neither here nor there. But so the thing about it is they own the master recording of it, so that final version of the song is what Scooter owned, and he was able to sell or do whatever he wants with it, right? So if he owns the song and he things that come with it, and any decisions that go with it, he can do what he pleases.
How does that happen? How is that not protected?
It's in the contract they signed.
For him to be able to buy that like that, like it's a car.
It's a product. It becomes a product, and you got to read your contracts, and you got to, if you can, independent artists, something you can learn from people like Russ, is your music is your leverage, and as long as you have leverage, you can negotiate your contract. Anything is negotiable, the thing about owning your masters is you get to decide what you want to do with it, and anytime you get paid, your royalties and things like that, all that comes to you. But Scooter Braun owned Taylor Swift's music because she signed a contract where she didn't own the masters. Her label owned it, and they sold that junk.
It's crazy.
So she put all that blood, sweat, and tears into making these great songs, and we had these teeny boppers out here. They loved her music. They made her what she is, and people are probably still listening to it to this day. But other people are making money from it and making decisions, and it shouldn't be that way. Artists get robbed. We all know that. Artists get robbed. Artists get a really small percentage of what they should be making based off the amount of money that the labels and the corporations make off them. But until artists start to really go to the table and make these either negotiate to something that you want or walk away from it. It'll continue to happen that way. I think more artists are learning from that, which is why labels are turning to these skit makers and these viral influencers and stuff like that who aren't really that talented, because they're not going to read the contract. They're looking for a quick bag. Yep. People are taking smaller amounts of money. I mean, big to normal folks like you and I, but they're taking a few $100,000. They're taking, they're doing things like that to sign a contract so they don't have to work a day job anymore. And they're giving up the millions and hundreds of millions of dollars that they can make in the future because they're not owning their product. You know what I mean? So what Taylor Swift is doing and what Ashanti is doing is they're re-recording their songs, because even though they don't own the master recording of the record, they may own the lyrics, they may own the melody, they may own, you know what I mean? Yeah. So what they're doing is they're going in the studio with a new producer and they're remaking the songs. You can have a song that has the same melody, but if it different instruments, it's a completely different song. It's not the same recording, wasn't recorded at the same exact time. Yeah. So they're going and they're re-recording it, and then they're going to let their fans know that they want them to listen to the newer version as opposed to the older one, because they own the newer version. Something interesting that I saw from Irv Gotti when he responded to Ashanti saying that she's going to re-record her songs, he said he's all for it. He respects her decision to do so. She signed a contract. It is what it is. He said what he challenges her to do is he wanted to see if she could recreate the magic that they had when they made the original records. And that's also something that I thought of. With Ashanti saying it's going to be a newer version of it, 2022 version as opposed to 2002. Can you truly recreate the magic that you felt that came through in your voice? That's real. Yeah. When you did it the first time? That's going to be the hard part.
I mean, this is a song we're talking about. She's been singing for the past 20 years. Yeah. Touring all her life. Can she recreate it? Yeah.
You can recreate it. Very,
but the energy behind it, I feel them on that.
Like, yeah, absolutely.
Can you set that same tone and have that same magic? I kind of find it crazy how the music industry is kind of the only type of industry where you're able to kind of move in this way, where like you have a contract, right, and then you have this label who owns everything that you've created. And then they're able to then sell it to someone who has no type of affiliation with you. It wasn't your manager. It wasn't your dad. Nobody, right? Yeah. And sell it to him. Then he has ownership of what you've created yourself. And then he can sell it to someone else for even more money for himself. Yeah. And
or just hold on to it and let the money come in. It's an investment.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate. I mean, I'm kind of proud of Taylor Swift and Ashanti for stepping in. I know Irv Gotti, I think his response was fitting. It wasn't anything wrong with it, but it did kind of leave a little bit of a bad taste in my mouth, because it was kind of in a way where he was like, you're not going to be able to recreate what we had, and it's not going to be as successful. And I think that the cool thing is that their fans are going to support them, because they both have real fans, and they're going to listen to the newer versions. And
Taylor Swift's going to get a bag.
Yeah,
she's going to get a bag, and Ashanti's going to get a bag as well.
And we're going to start seeing a lot more of Taylor Swift soon.
We should, man. Until the labels start to reconstruct these deals, man, they take too much money from, it should be a partnership. You know what I mean? That's why I respected people like when Nipsey was striking his deal and, different things like that. You get the success before you sign the deal, so then you have the leverage to say, this is how we want things to go. And you can't be afraid to walk away. Yep. If it don't look right. So that kind of goes. Let's go ahead and just take this in the world of 9 to 5, right? Yeah. So you got your 9 to 5. You know that it's a stable income. It's what you depend on, and then you have to make a decision where you're not being treated right at work, and you got to say, can I walk away from this job and still make it work? And a lot of times, a lot of artists feel like they can't. They can't walk away from a situation or a deal, because if they don't take it, their situation is already bad. And they go ahead and just they know that they're signing a terrible contract, unfortunately, and they got to go with it. And if they start signing these 360 deals, and so a 360 deal, for those of you who don't know, is that the label or whoever you're signing to gets a percentage of everything that you do. If you sneeze, the label is getting a percentage of it. If you go on TV and do a commercial, it has nothing to do with anything music-wise. You do a Crest commercial where you just literally up there smiling. The label gets a part of it. And those 360 deals were kind of becoming popular really like in late 90s, early 2000s. And a lot of these artists that, in our generation that we
know and have been following, they were signing those 360 deals and they were getting got. Honestly,
it's like you said, man. A lot of times these really good songs and these songs that make people's like times in their lives, you know what I mean? Like people relate certain times in their lives to these songs. They have so much passion and feeling and stories and conversations in them. They come from a place of struggle, a lot of them, you know what I mean? So people are living a certain kind of life and they're experiencing things, and so they're writing about it and they're making these great songs, and at the same time when they're making these great songs that they're relating to and it's getting them the attention so that they can get a deal, I don't even know how to put it, man. They're so eager to get out of that situation that they're taking anything. And you got some people who they think their situation is going to be different than anybody else's. So they're like, yo, yeah, I know that there are people out here signing these bad deals. I know that this deal in front of me is a bad one, but I'm going to sign it anyway because I think I can fix it. Like, I think I can just stick it out, finish the deal, and then get so successful while I'm in this bad deal that I can turn it around and flip and get another deal later on that'll be better for me, then I can make all the money back. It don't always work like that. You got to just have your leverage to begin with.
But that's why it's important to be more than an artist. You got to be smart. You got to
be a business person.
You have to understand the industry, ask questions, have the right people in your circle, and learn about things so that when those times come, the time that you've been working so hard for and you're at that table, make a smart decision for yourself and your future.
Don't be afraid to ask questions. You got all these people. It's like you sitting in these rooms, you having these meetings, and like I said before, or maybe episode 1 or 2, me and Brandon, we've had these conversations. We've sat down in these meetings. You got all these people with you. You pay these people. You got a lawyer with you paying them. I need to know what this means. What does this line right here mean? I need to know exactly what all these things mean, because you know they're going to put all like the lawyer jargon in there, and these things are going to confuse you. What does this mean? And don't be afraid to ask for things. Like, you got these people who work these labels, and they work for the company directly. So do you.
Yeah.
So if they work for the company, why they get healthcare and you don't get healthcare as an artist?
Right.
You know what I mean? If you go in the room, it's like, all right, listen, I'm a musician, I'm also an actor. If I'm gonna be here with y'all and I'm gonna sign this deal, and you got all this like 360 or whatever's going on, I don't really like the percentages. I'll take that percentage, but you know what? What you're gonna do is you're gonna set me with the agency, so you're gonna find me more roles as an actor. You're gonna help me do this. You're gonna help me do that. Negotiate. You know what I mean? Because you don't need to get the shortest end of the stick.
Nope.
Of course, every deal is not always going to be as equal as you want it to be, but find other things that can fit into the deal with you so that you're getting out of it what you want from it, so that you can benefit yourself in the future.
For sure. I mean, as you were talking, I was thinking about some of the contracts I've had to look at.
Yeah.
And I've done 2 TV shows, 2 singing competitions, and they slapped down a big old contract.
It's fat.
And the bigger the contract,
more jargon.
The worse it probably is, right? So you get a 1-pager. A lot of times it's straightforward, boom. But you get a big packet of paper for a contract.
It's to confuse you.
It's to confuse you, and pretty much to look at you like you about to sign it. Like either you signed it or you about to go home.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's a lot of artists who are in that type of situation where they slap a huge contract in front of them. They're like, you can read it. But at the end of the day, you about to sign this, or
don't let anyone pressure you into thinking that when you get a contract in front of you, you got to sign it right then, because you don't. You don't. I had a label. I sat down with them. They gave me a contract. I looked at it. I said, I don't know yet. I said, I need to go back and look at it again. I took it to a lawyer. Lawyer looked up. We looked over it together. They said, yo, this is what they're saying.
Yeah. And
I took my time with it, and I still didn't sign it, Joey, because it wasn't right. Mm-hmm. Don't think that you have to do that. Don't think that just because. Listen, artists, listen. If you find yourself in a position where a label wants to sign you, that means that another label will be willing to sign you. Mm-hmm. If you can get one of them in the room, you can get another one in the room. Mm-hmm. Don't settle. Get what you came for. Get everything you came for.
Yeah, that's real. And I was gonna, like you were saying too, like either have your lawyer present or say thank you so much for this contract. I'll be back after I review it with my lawyer. Because
don't be afraid to go home.
There are people, just as you specialize in what you do as an artist, there's someone else that you need to trust as someone who specializes in law and who can read these contracts. They do it for a living, and who understand all of this jargon and this crazy wording, and who can say, well, actually, this is really what they're saying they can do. Do you agree to that, or you don't? Yeah. Or I kind of I advise against this. So again, don't feel like you have to sign anything off and settle.
Yep.
You don't.
It's very simple. It doesn't have to be like a family friend or something like that. It doesn't have to be someone who knows you personally.
Yeah.
Someone who they read contracts. That's their business because they just gonna lay it out for you. They're not gonna be biased.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You just want somebody to come in.
Someone who knows what they're doing.
Knows what they're doing. This is what it says. This is X, Y, boom, boom, boom. Here we're gonna make some little check boxes. Do you want this? Yes or no. Do you want this? Yes or no. It can be as simple as you want it to be, but don't feel pressured. If one label offers it to you, then another one can do the same. If you've been successful up to this point, even though you may not be a millionaire, you may not be a billionaire, it doesn't matter what the case is. You were able to get yourself to this point, you can get yourself there again. Don't set yourself up for a lifetime of hardship and not making the money you deserve for a quick advance from a label that you're going to have to pay back.
Which brings us back to the TikTok artist.
Hey.
Stop. It's nasty.
I bet you they signed in 360.
It's nasty. Stop making these TikTok songs.
Stop going out of your way to make TikTok records.
That are cool for 5 minutes. No one's going to care. No one's going to care soon.
I've listened to a bunch of them joints. Like I'll hear some and I'm like,
cool right
that
now,
one little clip sound real good. And I'll go
cool.
listen to the whole song. The song's not mixed well. It's not even a real song. It don't sound good. They're just people are looking for a quick buck. And the thing is, man, as cheesy as it was in that Notorious movie, the dude was like, he said, don't chase the money, chase the dream.
What was his name? Gravy? Was that his name? The actor?
Oh, I don't. No, it was Derek Luke.
Oh wait, we
who played Diddy? The actual Notorious, the Biggie movie.
I'm sorry, but Biggie. I feel like the dude that played Biggie, his name was Gravy.
His name is Gravy. I'm
I'm
gonna leave that alone. What I'm saying is the
cool
one who
guy.
played,
I met him. He's a cool guy.
You met him?
I did meet him.
Yeah, how tall is he? Like 6'5".
He's big. He's a big guy. He's literally Biggie.
But he's not the same dude from Not the Longest Show. What's the one?
No, he's not.
You know what I'm talking about? What's that movie
It
called?
was for the Clumps. That's the kid.
No,
that was the kid from the Clumps.
with the one with Sandra Bullock with the dude who played football. He got adopted by them. Whatever, y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, actually, yes. His artist name is Gravy. His name is Jamal Gravy Woolard. Good guy.
What kind of gravy you think he?
I don't know. I'm thinking maybe like a southern, like lighter, chunky.
No, we're not gonna do this. We're not gonna do this. Listen, y'all. Just like what I was trying to say, Derek Luke played Diddy in the Notorious movie, right? And he had a quote in that movie. And I love those kind of movies. I love that. I love the James Brown movie. He said, "Don't chase the money, chase the dream." Your dream could be to be an amazing artist, to tour. You can do all that without a major label.
Yeah.
You can do it with a major label. You got people like DaBaby, and we're not going to go too deep into DaBaby because he's completely out of control
right now.
But one thing that I noticed about DaBaby is he had an interview with the Breakfast Club, and he talked about how he was already touring in his city and making money. He said, we were already doing good. He said, the only reason why I signed the deal is because I wanted to go national and I wanted to go international. But he had the leverage. You look at artists like Russ. Russ is like, yo, I was independent. I was dropping a song once a week for a whole year. And I built my leverage like that. The more music you have, the more leverage you have. You know what I mean? That's what it's about. Just build your leverage and continue to make the stuff that you want to make, but keep working. And then the situations they'll present themselves.
And the thing is, too, right now we're talking to ourselves too, because
absolutely,
we gotta push ourselves, and we've been at this for a long time, and we have, we found success, and we're doing well, and a lot of times too, no matter how much success you find, you gotta kind of keep encouraging yourself. So we gotta remind ourselves, like, keep chasing the dream. I'll say for sure, I started having fun again, being an artist once I stopped trying to chase what I like money and chase what I kind of see for myself in the future, and just honestly just chasing what I believe in, and what I've been dreaming of my whole life, and that's what makes this whole journey really fun for me. When you kind of start stressing over making money and being successful and being rich and famous, it kind of sucks all the fun out of it, you know what I mean? And I'm sure that y'all feel that too, whether you're an artist or you do something different. The second you start kind of chasing things that just aren't necessarily the most important,
the second you start trying to chase the money itself,
it's not pleasing anymore.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's in the Bible. I'm pretty sure it's in the Bible somewhere. It talks about chasing money, and you just, I think it's like the scripture, you stab yourself all over with pain, something like that. Don't chase the money.
And shout out to Drake.
Why Drake? Just cause?
Oh no, they have a song name in the Bible.
Oh, maybe they do. I don't know.
Wow.
This is Drake and the Baby record. I might have to listen to that.
I thought that wasn't on Certified Lover Boy. Or am I tripping?
No, you probably right.
Okay.
You know I forget stuff.
No, it's okay.
Hey, Brandon, pour me another one.